It's hard to see you showing up. Let's back up on my road. Just go from the start. These way my mind was fighting for me, fighting for me. Every word is a promise to keep. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Step Out. I invite all you young ladies in at this time. I hope that you will have a great time in this session on today, doing what the topic the Father has for us on today. We are here on Instagram Live as well as YouTube Live. If you can put hearts inside the chat, let us know that you're here. And we're looking forward to interacting with you all on today. I'm looking forward to interacting with you all on today. Just doing a little house cleaning a little bit. For those that are new to the channel, I am LaShonda Doyle. I am the visionary of Step Out. Step Out is Sisters Triumphant in Emotionally and Physically. So we're here to bring ladies together to kind of help them to walk into the purpose that the Father has in store for them. This is not no way means for my benefit, but it's always to help and encourage another young lady, because you never know who we're going to come across, who we're going to impact in our lives, right? So far this month, this is a Women's Month, right? But, you know, as I say, we do not celebrate monthly. We celebrate us all year long, because why not, right? Why not? Why not celebrate women? Why do we only get a month? Why don't we get the whole year? Because, you know, we endure a whole lot. That's just like for Mother's Day, right? For those that celebrate Mother's Day is day. Women's Month is a month. Why do mothers only need a day when they're mothers throughout the entire year? Why do we celebrate women being women when we are women throughout the entire year, right? So, yeah, so we're dealing with a lot of different topics that we have going on. I definitely wanted to present the what All Step Out is about for those that are coming in. I want to make this a habit of bringing this in, because I don't want y'all to be confused on what Step Out is, what Step Out is all about. But I want you to get the gist so that way you can be able to invite someone else. So I'm like, hey, we have this thing, this platform just for ladies, just for, you know, ladies to come together, you know, not feeling no pressure, just coming to be an encouragement to one another, uplifting each other, being supportive for one another, and being there so we can, we be able to count on each other. And, throughout everything that's going on in life, we definitely need each other. We're not here to leave anyone by the wayside. Definitely want to help those that we can, in every aspect that we possibly can, right? So this is Step Out. We go live every Monday at 6 p.m. on normally second, third, and fourth Mondays each month at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. This platform is for those to know, for women to know that, hey, they're not alone in the situation, and to help you through togetherness be able to walk into your purpose that Yahweh has in store for you, because we all have a purpose. How do we get to that is different, but we're gonna get there together. We're not leaving each other. Some of the hot topics we've been discussing: mental health awareness, self-care, self-esteem, setting boundaries, family, talking about self-worth, talking about loss and grief, talking about anxieties, relationships, children, whatever topic that you want to discuss. That's what we're here for. We're going to talk about it just to give you more peace of mind, just to give you more clarity, to give ourselves more clarity. We had for my birthday month in December, we had a birthday celebration via Zoom where a bunch of us ladies got together, just, chit chat a bit. And on there, we were able to talk about a lot of the topics that women don't really, have another person to talk to. So that's kind of like what the gist of Step Out is about, just bringing women together and unifying them to be able to empower one another, right? If you may see our emblem, Step Out, I'll go ahead and present that too. So you'll just get the gist of what Step Out is. And I'm going to try to make this a little bit more so that way people will be able to actually understand, right? So Step Out, this is our logo, Step Out. And as you can see, it's a sister helping another sister. You see the cocoon stage at the very, very bottom. And with that cocoon, that's how we all kind of start. How many of you know that when we start out that way, we don't have to stay that way? But how many of you also know that if you try to help a butterfly out of its cocoon, by trying to force them, you can damage its wings. So we want to help you, excuse me, we want to help you go through the right process so that you can become that beautiful butterfly that Yahweh has in store for you, to be free mentally, to be free spiritually, to be free physically, to be free from any emotions and any traumas or any doubt within yourself, any self-esteem, any baggage that's holding you down. As you can see also in the logo, that each lady is holding some type of baggage. What does that baggage look like to you? Right? You never know what that baggage looks like. Whether it's a backpacking, you may have rocks or stones or whatever in there. It could be any type of situation. And then you have the one that's holding a purse. It could be a little bit of something. It was this picture I came across earlier today on how self-care and just relinquishing a lot of the bags. So it was this young lady with this bag, with a bunch of bags that she was like let loose in the river. I wish I would have copied it down now so I could show it to you all. But yeah, so that's the gist of Step Out, and we want to be here to help and support all ladies in throughout their lives, going in and out, whether it be getting ready for the next career step, trying to process emotions, trying to figure out, what it is that you're really, really trying to do, what you're meant to do in this world. I'm telling you, it took me a good while to get to where I am today, and I'm still yet going through the process. But although that I know that I have broken out, I have come out of my cocoon and I am that butterfly, I still know there's still work that I need to do. As far as like even helping someone else, being a encouragement, listening ear, whatever the case may be to someone else. Because of all that I have been through, right? And a lot of times we try to keep those things to ourselves, but it doesn't help anyone. We have to be willing. Excuse me. We have to be willing and obedient to go through the process and understand that, you know what, it's going to be, it's for a reason. My scripture that I use is John 9:4. It is necessary. And how we go through this process, when you may feel like, oh dang, like I shouldn't have went through this. I shouldn't have to gone through that. But everything's for a reason. Even when you go through jobs, right? And I'm using this very, very lightly. When you go through jobs and you get a job and you're working that job, do you not add that job to your resume? If you got fired from it, whatever job, for example, I worked at Home Depot. I don't know why Home Depot was the first job that came to mind, but I worked at Home Depot. And on that job, my job description was the garden department. But I wasn't not only working in the garden department, I was working in the paint department, I was working at the admin desk. I was literally everywhere up and down Home Depot. But when I left that job, I was able to put that on my resume as a skill that I have built that will prepare me for my next job. So that's kind of like what this whole journey is about. You may feel like, oh, you know what, I was let down by this person, or this person wasn't there for me, or I struggle with depression, or I don't know how to get over this loss. That helping hand, that sister that is there for you, is literally helping you to get to that next step. That next step is going to build you and sharpen you for what's to come next. I didn't know, and y'all heard me talk about this last month on the anniversary of my daughter Jazara's death on the 12th of last week, that I didn't know that the Father has so much more planned and in store for me to get to where I am now. I literally thought that was the end for me. I did, because I bargained. We went through those stages of grief. I bargained. I was like, Father, take me. I've done everything that I needed to do. I don't have anything else to live for. She's only 3 months old. Take me instead. And I didn't know it then. I was so ready to give up on my life, and I shut down for a whole year during that process. And I didn't know that Step Out was about to launch. I didn't know that I would be here to help other women who may feel depressed or sad. I didn't even know that I was going to even complete my master's program to become a marriage and family therapist. And I was hesitant about that because I was like, how am I able? I've been through so much. How am I really able to help somebody else when I've gone through so much struggles? And then it is necessary. I didn't know I've had so many young ladies just by their testimonies and just them being open enough to come talk to me about, the things they're going through, the things they went through. They were actually able to help me. And then sometime, just by me opening up, I'm able to help them. And they're like, oh, that was really, really helpful. And I'm just like, girl, I'm just, I just be talking sometime, but we are helpers of one another. And I want us to remain connected and united, because women in the world now, I see so much of not fighting, but competition, right? We compete for best dress. We compete for who looks good. We look for whose body figures are right, and we let men come in and do that to us as well, and we put ourselves down. We were supposed to talk about relationships this week, and just how we see ourselves when it's time to get married and prepare, or even being in singleness, and how do we wait for our significant other. But it's all a process, and how we get there, we don't really know, but we will get there, right? As we continue on, before I forget, so you do know that the giveaway is still going forth, right? We have the March Women's Month giveaway and the qualifications that's needed in order to receive the winner. One is of the you get a self-care basket that also includes a complimentary massage. Or if you don't really feel comfortable with the massage, with that, particular brand or that company, then, or you can utilize it for a photo shoot, a self-care photo shoot, right? Just to kind of like get dressed, your best self, and whoever, how you feel, what you want to do, and let's do it. The second basket is another self-care basket, but this one is a complimentary makeup session with Tima Cosmetics. Tima Cosmetics is very, very amazing. My good friend and sister, Tiffany Franklin, she really helped me with, she did my makeup for my wedding, which I loved. I love, her business is definitely branching out and growing and things like that. And she's, offering other new things for women, developing their own, lipsticks and stuff like that, which is, she has a whole lot. Definitely encourage you, if you can you can go find her website. I forgot to link it in, Tima Cosmetics. She also helped me to learn how to do my own makeup. I did a makeup class with her. And it was really good. I had a very good one-on-one experience with her. So she's very, very good even in that aspect. So if you want to get your makeup done and then you want to schedule a photo shoot, we could do that. We could hook it up. Because this is all about self-care, how to take care of yourselves, right? Remember the qualifications to be entered to win. Remember the last date is on March 30th, which is coming up soon. And I haven't had anyone supposed to they're done yet. March 30th, which is in 2 weeks, 2 Sundays from now, is the deadline to do all the qualifications. And on March 31st is when we will be announcing the winners via live. The qualifications are to subscribe to the Step Out YouTube channel at sisters.stepout. If you need further information, I know some people are saying it's been hard to try to find it, let me know, and I'll send you I'll share the page with you. So all you have to do is just subscribe to it. Find me on Facebook. We're initiating a Facebook page for Step Out, which it is underneath my page. And I will have to send you the link for it. But if you find me on Facebook, look for Yellow Glasses, as you can see, and my name, type my name, but look for Yellow Glasses, and find me there, and I'll input you into the Step Out group. You can follow me on Instagram as well, that's what we're on now, live on now. So just go to the page and hit follow. And then when you're done, invite some more young ladies. Invite a minimum of 2 to 3 young ladies to join in, right? Yes. Because we're not trying to keep this to ourselves. We're not going to be selfish. We're going to share the love. We're going to share the knowledge and the wealth to other young ladies. So definitely share with some other young ladies. Allow them to, there's not no limitations to how many people can input on the giveaway. Just, have them input that. And then when you're done, underneath the flyer, put done. When you're done, I will definitely go back and check to make sure that you have done all the qualifications, and your name will be entered to win one of the baskets below. Right? So I hope y'all are ready. Y'all better go ahead and put it in. Send it to somebody that you may know or can utilize a self-care basket. I don't know. But let's share the love. Let's share the knowledge and share Step Out so that we can help another sister along. As you know, this month we were dealing with, like we said, this is Women's Month. It was dealing with various topics. The first topic we dealt with was depression and anxiety. We was dealing with Women's Month for various topics. We were dealing with depression and anxiety was the first one. We dealt with a little bit of grief and loss last week as a dedication to baby girl Zara, and just processing that. We also learned that grief does not always have to deal with the loss of a loved one, that grief can deal with the loss of, let's go to it. That grief can also deal with the loss of self, the loss of work, money, relationships, play, hobby, safety, physical capacity, or anything else we can lose, right? So that was one of the main biggest things, because a lot of times what I affiliated grief and loss with was the loss of a loved one, the loss of a person. But I didn't realize until going through this, that you can also experience the loss of, people experience the loss of yourself, of the person that you used to be. Not knowing that you're not that person anymore, people still kind of want to hold on to who you used to be and not allow you to spread your wings and grow. Well, that is their love. That is, they have to go through the grieving process. What is the grieving process, you may ask? So we have the 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. So we have all these things. And, it is a process, as I stated last week, that it's not going to necessarily go in order, especially when it comes to yourself. Like, I did demonstrate I did show some of the pictures of myself, of who I used to be, before pre-marriage, pre-children, pre-all of that, and the person I used to be. And how many of y'all, you may go back to your pictures and you may be like, oh, I miss that person. Oh, she was so cute. Oh, she had long hair. Oh, her complexion was just so pretty. Like, I miss that girl, right? We go through a loss of self sometime too. But if we dive down deep into that actual loss of self, like, who were we? Were we mentally okay at that time? Where we did we battle with low self-esteem? And that was some of the things that I did go through as I was going through the pictures with you all, that I was able to describe, some of the things that I felt during those times. Prime example, I'll do one picture. I'm not going to do all the pictures, right? I'm just going to do one picture. Or maybe I'll do 2, then and now, a little bit of now. So this was one of the people that I used to be. One of the people, not like different personalities. This is someone that I used to be. This was pre-marriage, pre-children, and most people like, oh my gosh, you were just so skinny. And I'm like, yeah. Back then, everybody was talking about being thick, so I consider myself being thick. And most people like, oh my gosh, like, I love your color variations. Like me, I was trying to put colors together. I was all about jewelry. I just did the big chop, on my hair. And I thought I was all that. I really, really did. And if I go back and look at that young lady now, like, in who I am today, my word has been free. During the season of my life, it has been free. Of the person that I used to be. I consider myself more free now. I suffered with a lot of low self-esteem back then. I suffered from anxiety, depression, but no one knew how to label that. No one knew how to tell me, oh girl, this is what you're dealing with. This is how you come out of it. I didn't have that guidance because in my community, low self-esteem was unheard of. Well, it was heard of. No, peer pressure was more heard of than low self-esteem. So, yeah, low self-esteem, a lot of anxiety. I'm anxious about my hair, if I'll be pretty enough. I think I started dabbling a little bit in eyeshadow. And I was like, this don't really look too well. I didn't really know about makeup, but I've seen everybody wearing makeup and I just want to dabble in a little bit. But that's the person I was then. And then if I go to the person that I am now, or a more recent picture of me, right? So this is a more recent picture of me. I just had my first makeup class. I think as of last year, I want to say maybe last year, year before last, I went through a makeup class with Tima Cosmetics and she showed me how to do my own makeup. So this is a product of that. I was pregnant with my last daughter, Giselle, and I decided to do my own maternity pictures just because I thought I was cute. Now I thought I was cute. I'm going to embrace that. I was cute, girl. Oh my goodness. And this person was more freeing. She didn't really know how to set too many boundaries. She was learning and she was willing to learn. I didn't struggle with my self-esteem as much. I felt proud and beautiful. We have to understand that, who we are as people, at this stage. I don't think not too many people really accepted me even in this stage, but I was accepting of myself. I thought, pregnant and all, I was like, I was beautiful. I just knew it. And we have to be able to tell ourselves that. If not, have our other sisters chime in and be like, you know what, girl, you were gorgeous. You were beautiful. No competition, no any of that needed, just being there for each other, actively present, So that's some of the things that, that you deal with during loss, especially when it comes to yourself. A lot of people, even as I began to branch off into who I am now, and why I use the word free, because I'm not that same person that I was in the green that's just trying to figure out how to do my makeup. You may not see me with makeup on all the time, but that's because I have embraced myself, that you don't just have to wear makeup to be beautiful. That's to me. That's to me preference. One, because I have daughters. I have daughters, and my oldest daughter, she really, really looks hard at me. And she's like, when I'm doing my makeup, and she understands, oh, mommy, you look so beautiful. You look like a princess. And I'm like, yes, I'm a princess with and without makeup. So trying to get her to either understand that, but also more importantly, wanting my girls to understand they are pretty as well, that they don't have to manipulate their bodies, or they don't have to do so. Like my daughter thinks that if she has long hair, like she loves my braids. If I have long hair, she thinks that, and that was me too at the age. I thought long hair meant that you were beautiful. Pretty skin meant that you were beautiful. Makeup done, matching outfits. I thought that meant you were beautiful. And I didn't know no better. So kind of like looking in the mirror at my daughter and just seeing her, even when she be pretending to have like different stuff on her hair and she be flinging it. And I'm just like, oh, Lord, she remind me of myself. And just trying to tap into that, to let her know that she's beautiful inside and out. So I don't do as much makeup. Mainly, if I do makeup, it's for myself. It's for me, and I feel beautiful, acne and all. Like I used to be really, really ashamed of my acne because I felt like I broke out more than anybody and any person, and I didn't feel pretty. I didn't feel pretty at all. So I don't really miss that much of acne stages of who I used to be. I don't miss it at all. But just like learning to embrace me now, even in going into relationships, like I'd be talking to my husband about just like my dating stages of dating. And we are talking about, relationships. So I didn't really see myself as beautiful. I didn't really think people really looked at me that way. So I didn't see myself that way. I was, mainly on the low and just trying to like just get by. So even in that, like I had to learn that until I love myself, I could not require anyone else to love me. Now, like I learned this now. I didn't know this then. Even in the dating stages, I felt like that I wasn't loved, or no one seen the person I am. Like if y'all see, I love bright colors. I love colors. I'm a very, very colorful person. And that showed in the first picture that I had. I love colors. I feel like I don't have a favorite. I told my husband once, I was like, my favorite color is the rainbow. I love the rainbow because like any color can just, go. And I feel like it shows who I am on the inside, like a very, very colorful person. I'm very adaptable. And I didn't really see that much about myself, see that much worth in myself back then. And I see myself more so as accommodating. I see myself more so as just going along just to get along until I stepped out. Stepping out was not easy, but it was worth it for me to see me in a totally different light, to see me in the actual freedom and walking in the purpose that the Father has for me. When I tell you that step out is not like any other women's anything that you would get. It's not. You're going to have women that's going to keep you accountable, that's going to be able to tell you the truth. So you be able to take constructive criticism because it's not to hurt you. It's to help build you up. And sometimes we need that tough love, right? We don't normally get that tough love that we necessarily need because we want people to coddle us. And I think I got so placed with being coddled that I felt like I didn't have to do anything because, okay, this wasn't good enough for you. Okay, let me do something else. Or I was just in a complete people pleasing state that I didn't know how to branch and spread my wings to fly. I love these butterflies because it reminds me of myself, and just how far I've come when I see different butterflies. And even now I find that the Father shows me butterflies just to remind me of how beautiful I am, to remind me on how big my wingspan is and how far I can go. And I want that for each and every one of you all too. This is Women's Month, so why not uplift each other? Why not be there to support one another in career and family? I promise you, my nation, and I don't just talk about like most people talk about, families, internal families and external families. I have internal nation, which is my husband, my children, and I have my other nation that's outside of those, have been the absolute 1000% best, to me. When we talk about setting boundaries and not allowing people to cross those boundaries, young ladies, women, it is serious. Because if you continue to allow people to cross boundaries, even in a relationship, if you know that there are certain things that you're not going to do, you're not willing to do, don't compromise yourself, because you want to be in a relationship. This one of the things that I give y'all little nuggets of certain things I've learned from my dad. And one of the things I share with other young women is one of the things he told me was to put yourself on a pedestal. I'm a visionary, not literally, but seriously, I like to see stuff in action. So he was like, picture yourself. I don't have anything that will kind of demonstrate that. Picture yourself on a pedestal, right? Put yourself up there, and any person that wants you will have to climb to get to you. You don't come down. My dad was like, you don't come down for no man. You don't come down for nobody that just injured. You come down. You don't come down at all. You set your standards high, and you let them climb up to you. Everybody not gonna make it, and that don't mean that just because this person is fine as wine, that you know what, I'm a succumb my standards just so that I can meet him halfway. No, 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 no. I'm telling you from experience, because that's what I thought I had to do. Because, like I said, no, I felt like no one was interested in me. No one wanted to talk to me. I didn't feel like I was beautiful. I literally struggled with low self-esteem. And although my dad put me on this pedestal of who I was to be and who I am, I wasn't getting anybody that was willing to climb. Like, they were like, oh, no, up, no, you're a virgin. Nope. Up, no, you're not built right. Nope, I'm not doing that climb. You're not worth it. That does take a sting to your self-worth. Not feeling like that you're worth anything to anybody. But I've been learning that, and this is something that the Father has to continue to remind me, is that I'm not alone. That's one of the main things of Step Out, to let you know that you're not alone. If I tell you that I have not felt so loved, felt so guarded and protected through the Messiah, that I don't even care. Like, now I'm like, I'll tell my husband, like, hey, if you ever feel, because you have these people that get into marriages and stuff, and then they come up with, oh, well, what's the new thing now? I've outgrown you, or there's somebody else, like they just don't want to be with you. I'm like, if you ever feel in your life that I'm not the person for you, you are free to leave. And I told him to ask him. I told him that. That's how confident, that's how my boldness. Now, I wouldn't have said that back in the day. I would have been trying to hold on to him back in the day, regardless. And we do that a lot. We try to hold on to people. We try to hold on to things. We try to hold on to boyfriends, exes, and all this other stuff, because we think, oh, we need them. No, this is the only chance I got to happiness. And that's not true. It's not true. But you have to learn your worth. And that's one of the main things we want to talk about. Because a lot of women, we don't know our worth in the Messiah. It's one thing to not know your worth within yourself. But when you build a relationship with the Heavenly Father, He will help you to see your worth. And I'm telling you this because He had to help me see it because I didn't see it. I went a good long way of trying to prove myself to other people, prove myself to guys, prove myself to family, prove myself to friends that I am worthy of them. And they weren't worthy of me. How many of y'all ever felt that way, that you may give yourself to these people, but they are not worthy of who you are? And that's why most times the Father has to maneuver and move you, because they're not worthy of the person that who He has in you, who you supposed to be. When you learn your worth, it's like on a whole nother cloud. Can't anybody bring me down? Nobody. You can't even try. Like, I'm not into the people pleasing. I don't care what you say. Like, just like I said, if you ever feel like I'm not the one for you, don't cheat on me, because you have an open door to leave out that door. And let the doorknob hit you with a good Lord spit you. You are free to go. I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to hold on to something that's not meant for me, because you miss out on what's really in store for you by trying to hold on to your past, hold on to people, trying to hold on to things, trying to hold on to certain family members. Y'all, I do not know. It just holding on to a lot of stuff will have you missing out on the most important things in your life. I cannot stress it enough. I cannot stress it enough. We could definitely go into a little bit further, even when it comes to like marriage. And I'm not saying like every marriage is like that, but I've even more so learned that when it comes to marriages, it is a fight. Not a physical fight, but you have to work. It's work. It's a work to be in a marriage. Most people thinking that, I dated this person for 10 to 12 years. I dated them, so that means that when we get married, we gonna be compatible, we gonna be just right. That's not necessarily true, because marriage qualified is a whole nother different level than just dating someone. I had to learn that the hard way, because while I was being groomed for marriage, I finally broke down maybe last year and told my husband, I was like, I have no idea what it is to be a wife. No idea. What I thought I knew off of Cinderella. I knew, don't y'all laugh at me. I knew off of Element, because me and my mom with Element has Lifetime Movie Network, for those that don't know. Whenever I would get home from school and like watch like the little different relationship, because mind you, I'm young. I'm the youngest of my siblings, and I'm very observant. So I look how things are supposed. I observe, and I follow suit. And I learned the very opposite. Even how my parents groomed me to be ready to be ready to be a wife, to be ready to be a mom. That's a whole nother conversation of being a parenting. Not really feeling ready or equipped, or not having all the facts, but I've recently learned that everything is not really a trial. You have to learn, because every situation is different. How my mom raised me is different from how I'm raising my girls. Mind you, my mom had 2 girls and a boy. And I was the youngest. So my older sister, my older brother, and I'm the youngest. And all of our mentalities are different. We are all different people. So for me, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm having children, because they say, be fruitful, multiply, have children. And we're not even talking about parenting right now, but I'm just giving you the gist. I was not nearly ready. I'm like, I still ask them to this day, where is the book? Because even to be married, where is the book? Because but I had to surrender. Last year was like literally a year of surrenderance for me, and yielding. Surrendering that I don't know everything. Surrendering to the Father that, you know what? I don't know what it takes to be a good wife, a great wife. I don't know what it takes to be a good mother or a great mother. But I prayed that Yahweh would help me and bless me to be the mom that he called me to be the wife that he called me to be. Once you surrender and yield, like, and that you know everything and you give it to him, whole nother level. Whole nother, I promise you, the Father begin to open my understanding on my children and how each one of them are different and how I can reach them differently. He began to work on me in my patience. He began to work on me even being a wife. It's a lot different. They say if I knew then what I know now, things would be a little bit differently. And I stand on that. Like but at the same time, you know me. If you know me, no regrets. I don't have any regrets for how I met my husband. I have no regrets on my children. I have no regrets on the people that I've encountered in my life, even if they did do me wrong. I have literally zero, no regrets. Why? John 9:4. It is necessary. Everybody that came into my life, everybody that I have impacted or they impacted me, it was for a reason. And once we get it, because most people are like, oh, Dan, I regret marrying you. I regret having, and I'm just like, it's not that serious. Like I said, just like a job, you use that experience to be better for the next job. Like I hold on to being admin. I love being admin. When I was admin at Home Depot, I embraced that to be admin in our company, in my husband and our company. I don't want to do nothing else. I'm gonna be the admin. Because I know that I'm good at it. I know that I can keep up with certain things. I know that I'm good at it and I love it. So why not? Like, why not? Why fix it if it's not, try to fix it if it's not broken? Just moving forward in who you are. And that's not about walking into your purpose, because if we continue to walk into regret, if we continue to lower ourselves and not remain on that pedestal that the Father has for us, the Father's like, hey, once you yield everything to me, that you know nothing and that you need some help, because that's true surrenderance. Yielding that if you're thinking that you know it all, how is the Father really able to use you and to walk into your destiny, into your purpose? If you think that you know it all, you have to lose that macho attitude. You have to lose the attitude that, oh, I got it. I got it together. I know what I'm doing. Many times I thought I knew that. And the Father really, truly shook me up. I can't blame it on nobody but the Father, because he is the author and the finisher. And he be showing me stuff. And the things that he showed me, I be like, oh, yeah, you are helping me through this. You are guiding me. That's why I was like, the most love that I received is from Yahweh. I love him so much and how he's been dealing with me and walking me through this. Even how he showed me step out. Like, I wasn't too sure about it. I was hesitant. I was a lot of hesitant. I was like, that ain't me. That ain't me, because I used to be in the church. Not used to be there. I'm still in the church, but in a where I was always called to the forefront to speak and minister and teach, and I'm just like, I'm good. I want to take a step back. But the Father was like, you need to step out, and I'm like, where we going? Who we about to work with? Who we about to deal with? And he was like, we about to reach these young ladies because they need to hear from you. And it's so funny because I always heard my dad say that, oh, don't hold on your testimony. People need to hear from you. And I'm just like, why? What for? Like, I don't want nobody to go. I would not wish a miscarriage. I would not wish losing a child to SIDS. I would not wish depression, anxiety, any of those things. I would not wish it on my worst enemy. I would never. I would not losing a spouse. Look, I wish the greatest of happiness, love, joy, and care, peace beyond measures on everyone that I encounter. Because I wouldn't want nobody to suffer like I did. But he was like, oh, but they're suffering. They're suffering. And they don't know that there's an avenue. They don't know that there's another way that they can come out of it. None of these things was presented to me when I was going through it. I knew nothing about counseling. I knew nothing about therapy. I knew nothing about being free or yielding, and I knew nothing. If I'm being completely honest, not only did I know nothing, I wasn't trying to hear it either. I was just trying to figure out things in my own little way, my own little timing. And I just can hear Yahweh now laughing at me. He was like, "You really thought you knew something? You really thought you knew what you was doing?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was working. I mean, like I said, I was beautiful. I knew that I was beautiful. I know that I'm beautiful. That picture, I knew." But it was like, you just didn't know the half of it. To be able to embrace your own in your own skin, to be able to walk through the process of depression and anxiety, to be able to talk about it, to be able to talk about the hurt that you experienced, to be able to talk about people pleasing, to be able to talk about grief and loss, to be able to talk about it. I remember I wouldn't even talk about these things, but being open and honest to be able to talk about it now is so freeing. And I hear people say, "Dang, you went through that?" And I'm like, yeah. And then they'll tell me their testimony. I'm just like, or either some people didn't really resonate with me until I went through something like they went through. And I'm just like, why I gotta go through? I wouldn't wish half the stuff that I've been through on anybody, but why would you want me to go through that just so you can relate with me? But that's how Yahweh works. That's how he works. We are connected. We just don't know that we have a connection to one of each other. But yeah, I want you all to really, really be encouraged because, like I said, you're not alone. You're not in this by yourself when it comes to things of this world that we have to deal with, that we have to encounter, especially being women. Like I said, we only get a month, right? Mothers only get a day when they mothers all throughout the year. That's why I'm so glad we don't celebrate Mother's Day. Because I'm like, I'm a mother 365 days out the year. And I don't need no day to celebrate me. I won't celebrate me every day. Give me my flowers while I'm living. I don't celebrate my husband one day. I celebrate him all year long. I'm not about to celebrate women's only this month. Don't get me wrong. We go highlight it because it's women out there that need to know that they love, that we here for you. But it's not going to be the last time. This is not the last time you're going to hear from me or hear from Step Out. Is only this month. You will continue to hear from us because we need to definitely be there for each other, not just for this month, not just for a day, but continuously because we all need it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm not going to hold y'all today. I just wanted to encourage y'all a little bit to stand strong, to be encouraged that you're doing an amazing job. And I'm going to look at you. You're doing an amazing job. You are amazing. You are beautiful. You have the courage and the knowledge to do anything that you set your mind to. If it's that business that you want to open, do it. If there is some things that you want to do it. Don't let nothing or nobody hold you back. Nothing or nobody hold you back because you are amazing all by yourself and you're beautiful. You know exactly what you need to do. Yield it. Yield. If you really, really want true help, yield it and give it to Yahweh and see how big it turns out. Like we can only do so much. We can do the very, very bare minimum. We could try. We may think we're doing a whole lot, but it's only really the bare minimum according to Yahweh, right? We can do the bare minimum. But when we yield it to Yahweh and we give it to him, it turns so big. Like, I was like, okay, yeah, you want me to go live on this lunch? Okay, I'm going to launch. Cool. That's very minimum to me. That's minimum to me. But until Yahweh showed me, and I'm telling y'all this, it was so amazing. I was like, okay, yeah, I can launch it. I don't really know what this is going to be about, but, we'll go for it. Cool. And I was like, but I just seen it as a very, very small ministry. And once the father was like, no. Do you remember Girls Trip? The very, very ending scene in Girls Trip where they were in the little arena, the little conference setting, and they were, the Flossie Posse was coming in to be there for Regina Hall. You getting confused, Regina Hall. And he was like, that's how big Step Out can be. He's like, but you can't keep thinking small. I have so much more in store for you, but you cannot keep thinking small. And I was like, oh, man, dang, like That's pretty big. Like, I'm not trying to go that big. I'm just want to do your I'm not trying to go that big. But I mean, if that's where you want us to go, then let's go. That's what I'm saying. We think very minimum of ourselves. Very minimum. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna do marriage. I just want to, get married. I just want to do this. When there's so much more, so much more. You can have the house on the hill. You can be millionaire status. You can have the cars and your businesses where you may be like, I'm just gonna work this little small job, this little 9 to 5, just so that I can make ends meet or just make it to the next payday. You could be boss lady of your own business where it's flourishing and making millions, and you ain't gotta work no more. What does that look like? But we think so small. We just try to get to the next thing, just to make it till tomorrow, when there's so much bigger in store for our future that's ahead. But we have to yield. In order to walk into the purpose, we have to yield a lot of things. Hurt, traumas. Oh my goodness, this is, oh. I ain't gonna say it stabbed me in the chest, but I'm feeling it. Surrendering trauma, surrendering depression, surrendering the things of how people treated you, surrendering hurts, surrendering pain, surrendering your finances, surrendering your life spiritually, surrendering your emotions, surrendering your health, surrendering. It causes for true surrenderance, y'all. True surrenderance. And the floodgates will be open unto you. Surrenderance to Yahweh, not to yourself, not to surrenders to Yahweh for the doors to be open. And you do not know the abundance of things He will open up for you. I'm not telling you this just to be telling you. I'm telling you this because I'm walking through it. And you may not see it. For those of you know, you know. You may not see it, but I'm walking through a miracle now. I'm walking through a miracle now. And to see that blessing on the other side, not the other side, on this side, but to see the blessing, I'm astonished at just being obedient. You remember I told you that the Father said that just continue to be obedient to Him and He will take care of everything else. And that's what I continue to do, surrender and yield. I don't know what step out is going to look like tomorrow. I'm not worried about tomorrow. I'm worried about today. And the ladies that I impact today will build for the ladies for tomorrow. That's why I need y'all as we get ready to close. As we get ready to close, I'm going to add this to the stage one more time because I want y'all to really, really, really send this out because I'm not trying to hold on to these baskets, y'all. I'm not trying to hold on to these baskets. Y'all, I need y'all to share this flyer. Go, if you need me to send you a link to it, not a link to it, send you the flyer through text messages or through email, whatever, let me know because I ain't trying to hold on to these baskets, y'all. Through the faithful people that has been blessing, step out through donations. That's how we always give these things. These things have to be paid for. And I want to be a blessing to y'all during this month. It's not the last giveaway. We're gonna always have continuous giveaways, but I want y'all to be able to share these. Let's bring some other women along because we never know who we're gonna impact. Each one reach one. Let's be obedient to that. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed your time. I don't know. I don't be knowing half the stuff that the Father be giving me. I'll just be letting the Spirit flow. And however He see fits. What I be having to talk about, but I'm like, what's needed? You always have, that's me yielding. What's needed for today? What needs to be discussed today to be able to let the ladies know that they're here? It's this one song that He has shared with me, and I want to share it with you all right now. Give me one moment. It's this song. Oh my goodness. It just, and I have no rights to this song. Nobody try to block it. It's so hard in the dark, and you can't see what way your feet are going. And it's gonna keep cutting off. Hold on. dark and you can't see where your feet are going. I can see the light. He's my guide. When the distractions come my way, he sees my eyes. Your word, it gives me hope. But more to me than gold. It's like a lamp to guide my feet and light my path. I won't feel the way ahead. 'Cause I know what you said. And nothing you say can come back, boy. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Night gets so cold, not alone. Peace is with me every time I close my eyes. So I will find me alive. As long as he is here, I know that I'll be fine. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Jesus, you're good. Oh, Jesus, you're good. Oh, you're good. The day breaks, you're good. So good. Every day, I'm good. When the storm hits, you go. When the sun shines, you go. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. Woke up with the weight of the world on my shoulders. God told me to let it go. I hope and pray that in this new season, as we embark on the next chapter, we get ready to close out. This month is getting closer and closer, but as of right now, if you feel like the weight of the world is on your shoulders, let it go. Give it, yield it, and surrender it to Yahweh, and allow Him to take it from there, so that you can be able to walk into your purpose that He has in store for you. I love you all, and I hope you have a great night, a great week, and I will see you next Monday on Step Out Live here on these platforms at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Love you all. Good night.